Alright guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a base table and a base VE table and a base spark table for your 2JZ. This is the car right here, and I don't want you to believe me. We're going to ride the car and then we're going to see how it is, and then I'm going to show you how I went to create this base tune. Alright, so as you see, it is running. I do not reach boost, and what else was gonna say? It is running super reach. So I am going to open this boost valve a little bit just to see if it scrolls a little bit, and then we're gonna go inside and see, look at the tables. Are you serious? Okay, so my problem this time was, I don't know if you can tell, but my thermometer is not set correctly, so the fan doesn't kicked on, whatever, and it didn't cool the car. So then, not happy, all the water came out of here and it squirted all over, which wasn't the bad part. This again broke. So I do not think this is a good thing. If you're thinking about use this, throw that part away. Use this hose here. So far I did not have any problems. And get a silicone hose that fits in there and fits in your part, and just use that, because that's going to be your best bet. Two down, this one broke, and I'm waiting for the bottom ones to break too. So luckily I did not have coolant in there, I had water, so not a big deal. I'm gonna fix this now. Alright guys, this is gonna be super quick. We're going to create a VE table and a ignition table. So I'm gonna expand this here, or maybe not. I'm gonna expand like this so we just see that, and the way we're gonna do this is, I know, trying that 70, my car starts and runs with 70. Very rich, very bad, but it does. Now one thing to consider before we starting is you don't want to multiply by the AFR, because I'm gonna show you the AFR. We don't know, I don't know just by looking at it what the AFR should be. I don't know if this is right here, if this is too much. We need a dyno. And I'm not an expert, but as far as I know, whatever is in here, when you click this option, if you put 70 here and you look at the logs, you're going to be injecting way more, way less, or whatever is necessary to reach this spot here, 1550, right? So we'll be right in here. So we're not going to do that today. I know that my car idles around here, so this here is going to be 70, and then this is going to be my idling area. And I also know that if you go to the 100 kPa, which is not boost yet, but it's just the transition between vacuum and boost, we're gonna move all the way to the end and put 100. So when you floor and you are all the way on 7,000, right? My car goes to 7,200, so 7,000 is pretty good. And this is gonna give us a very good starting point. So I know that this here goes 100% on the volumetric efficiency, and I know also that here is 70. I don't want to change this area, so I'm going to start from here and here, and I'm going to try to interpolate, and this is going to give me something. Now I also know that this here should be around 30 or in real life, right? 30, 40, even 50s, but never 70s. I don't think 70 is too much, it's way too rich. But the car is going to run, and you can start tuning from there. This is a base table that I found a way to do. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to get around 10 or 12%. So I'm going to get a number 80 and put in here. Now I'm going to interpolate this here, which is going to give me a solid line which have like small increments between everything. 50 is my idling, so I don't want to mess with the 50, but I can mess with first this here. So I'll go to my 50. I know that's 70. I interpolate like this. So now I have a number that I can interpolate all over. Now around here, so you see we have 72 on top of our idling area. Here we are going to get 72s also. I can also drop to 70, so I can do like this and then interpolate. And this is also incorrect, because if you get here, we have 80, 82, so this here should be around 79. So you can interpolate our maybe 72 here to 79, or we can drop a little bit. But if you go to the 3D view, you see that we start having that little ramp, which starts on the lower side and then it goes higher. So yeah, so this is going to give us the naturally inspired car. Now what we can do is I can come in here and interpolate with this 79. So slowly this is going to reach that 79, and let's see how it looks like. And as you see, it looks good. This is all rich, so we might need to drop everything, but we are going to drop little by little as we idle the car, then we run a little bit, then we're going to start finding the values, especially using the auto tune and going around those values and doing what we did right now. Now what we are going to do is we are going to go all the way up. So we have here 80, and I'm going to add 10 on the gas on each one until we reach the end. So it should be 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, and 140. So knowing that, I know that I might be able to go one by one in here all the way to the end, or I can just get this 100 here and start adding 10 also. So I know that this is 110, 120, 130, 140. Let's do 160, and let's do 180. I just put those values because I mean I doubt it. Well, 21 psi, you need some gas in there. So we're gonna mark all of them and interpolate horizontally, and then this gives us this nice table. You could interpolate the whole thing and it's gonna give you like a different table, but this here is the base of what you could do to start running your car. So this is what I did, and you saw the car started and all that stuff. So I mean, there's no issues there. So this is the VE table. One thing, I forgot if I talk about that yet or not, but multiply the VE by the map. I'm gonna say yes because this helps. But what this means is whatever air is getting into the engine, these values are gonna change a little bit because you are saying that it should help calculating using the pressure that is getting to the engine. The other thing is multiply by the AFR, which I remember I said already. So it's going to be a no for now, because I honestly do not know what is the correct AFR that we're going to put. But if you, this is what I have, and feel free to copy. I don't know, it's up to you. It's your engine, it's your own responsibility. It works for mine, but I'm not sure what it's going to do to yours. So okay, so now we go to the 3D and see how it looks like. It's pretty good. It's pretty smooth. Here could be a little smoother, or in here and in here the two transitions like big time. But you know, in this side here is pretty good. So this here is going to run. It's going to be rich, and now we're going to tune the ignition table. So on this table, I know that 15 works. So the way it works for me, it was 70 and 15. Car would drive, would pop some, but it would kind of drive all right. And what we're going to do here is every time we go up and we add 1 psi, we add 1 degree. And every time we go left, we add half degree. Okay, so we know that we have 12 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 columns. Half degree would be 7 or 8. So to our 15, we're going to reach, let's see, we can do 25 in here. I've seen a Supra table and they had like 30 or 40 here. So we're going to start like this. It's going to be extra conservative, but it will be a good starting point. So 15, 25, you mark all of it and interpolate horizontally, and then you end up with this here. Okay. Now every time you go up and every time you go 10, it will be 1 or 1.5 kPa. Okay, so if you go all the way to 100, on the 100 we would have 15, would be good. So I'm going to interpolate in here, and I took 10 degrees from here to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 columns, we took 1 point per column, like give it or take. It was 10 kPa between the columns, except for this guy here. But you know, fair enough. I think it works. Now we define the right side, the bottom side, and we can go to the 100 kPa, and we gotta drop this here as we go up. Okay, so from 15 we jump 10. I wouldn't change anything here, but when you jump 10 more, I would take 1, and then I would put again, then I would do 13, maybe here 12 and 12. So basically take 1 point every couple, and then compensate here and there. So let's say that this is 10, and we know that this is 15, so we can calculate this horizontally. So we know these values here, we know these values here, those values on the bottom, and this value. So if we do like this, we end up with a table that kind of looks like that. And now every time we go up, every 1 psi, take 1 degree. So basically it's like we should take 2 or 3 between those here. So let's say that we go to 8, then we can do 8 again, 6, 6, 5, and 5. And And I guess this here, the first one, we can do 5. We don't know yet what we're gonna need in here. Definitely this is going to be a little off. So if we have 5 in here and 15, we can do that. And now from the 100 to the top, I can also interpolate and get something in there. And now we have a table like this. So this is the table that I start when I was tuning my car, when you saw me running. And basically this is my other tuner studio. So this is the thing that I was running the car. The only difference is I was playing to make it a little leaner. And you see here I start messing with this area here. I change those guys here to 9 and 10 and start playing with this here, 11, 9, 10. Of course this is no good, so I still need to interpolate again, but I was playing with this as I was driving the car. The first time I drove, the table was this here, so I know that this works. But again, remember that I am not a tuner, I'm not a mechanic. Take your own risks. Be sure that those values are good for you, or you are good with whatever happens to your engine. It works for mine, and that's what I'm showing you. This is one thing. The other thing I want to show you really quick. My car overheated. You saw the short video of all the water squirting up all the way, right? Problem is, if you go to tools and temperature sensor, you see my temperature sensor here. You go to Fahrenheit and you gotta put 3 steps. So for example, 0 Fahrenheit or 32, and here 240. How many ohms is that? So I believe that when you go 0 is actually freezing, so I'm not sure if that counts. It might be 40. It's 2220. I measured. I'm gonna make another video on how to get those values, but you need to have those values here. Minus 40 is something, so between those 3 values it's going to get this here to work properly. And having this working properly, if you go to accessories, thermal fan, you have that set to turn on when it's 196, and because it never reached more than 0, it never reached 196. My fan never turned on and my car overheated, and that happened. So I hope this helps you. I've tried to find Supra's, Lexus IS300, base maps for all those things, and I couldn't find anything. So you have clues here and there, but nothing like someone that had it or have it and are willing to share. So I'm sharing mine. Again, this is a disclosure. I'm not responsible for your engine. I'm not responsible if your car overheats. I'm not responsible for anything. This is gonna get your car, you got my car running, so we should get yours running, but it's up to you. It's up to you if you want to follow this or not. I guess next video I'm gonna do is going to be how to find those values from the temp sensor. Yeah, so stay tuned. Please consider subscribing. There's a lot of good content coming. I'm going to a drifting event tomorrow for the first time with my car. Car is not tuned, so I'm gonna kind of tune in there. Leave that little like button. Make a comment down here if you have a better way to do this, or you see that I did something that could be done better, and I'll definitely read and answer you very quickly. And I'll see you around.